Hello, I am Lauren Fox, and today I will introduce the topic of applying growth mindset in an athletic setting. The big idea of this presentation is that athletes benefit from a growth mindset. Athletics provides a stage where difficulties rise and fall, twist and turn, much like the roller coaster pictured above. The athletes and teams who can overcome peaking difficulties best usually win a competition. Growth mindset is a mental schema that provides athletes with stamina to overcome difficulties with poise. At the end of this lesson, athletes will be able to successfully complete the following. Number one, define growth and fixed mindsets. Number two, identify growth and fixed mindset statements from real world athletic situations. Number three, change fixed mindset statements into growth mindset statements. And number four, brainstorm ways to generate a growth mindset in 3 applicable athletic situations. Problem number one, coping with criticism. Athletes of all ages are faced with incredible pressure from internal and external sources to compete and achieve at a high level. The physical skills of athletes are highly evaluated, but their mental and emotional skills are often overlooked. Feedback and criticism are prevalent in athletic settings and have shown to cause mental skill difficulties in athletes. How athletes approach criticism influences their mindset. Oliver Rira et al. Conducted research that shows athletes who are not able to cope with negative feedback or criticism develop depressive symptoms that interfere with their athletic performance. Another mental skill that athletes struggle to face is overcoming failure. According to Gustafsson et al., athletes reported that a large part of their self esteem is tied to their athletic performance. When these athletes fail, make a mistake, or don't see progress, their self esteem simultaneously takes a nosedive. Without building a confident growth mindset, athletes struggle to see mistakes as learning opportunities and do not trust their ability to overcome a hardship. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. What are mental skill problems that athletes face? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. The correct answers are coping with criticism, overcoming failure, and building confidence. These are all areas of mental skill where athletes may struggle. Draw on prior experiences with mental skill by reflecting and writing. Pause the lesson and use a pen and paper to reflect on a time you or your team were in a difficult situation. How did you feel internally? What are your thoughts that you had? How did you respond externally? What mental skills did you struggle with? What mental skills did you do well showing? Athletes with a fixed mindset believe they are limited in intelligence and abilities. Those with a fixed mindset will avoid failure when challenged, reject feedback when criticized, and feel insecure when others succeed. A fixed mindset can also be detected when effort is considered a sign of not being good at a task and obstacles result in giving up. Athletes with a fixed mindset may show self esteem being tied to a winning record, becoming defensive when being coached, and making one mistake that immediately leads to the next. Athletes who experience a fixed mindset lived with a caged, constricted way of thinking that suppresses potential success. Athletes with a growth mindset believe that they can achieve an unlimited amount due to discipline, dedication, and being open to learning. Those with a growth mindset view challenges and failures as opportunity, and they learn from feedback and are motivated by the success of others. People who exhibit a growth mindset also put in effort to reach their goals and are not slowed or stopped by obstacles. These athletes understand that success is not determined by genetics alone. However, success is mostly derived by their ability to persevere when faced with difficulties. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. What quotes show a fixed mindset? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. A fixed mindset is shown in quotes B and D. I should be able to do this perfectly the first time. Shows a mindset that is aiming for perfection instead of progress. Some people are just better at things than others, and I am good at sports. Shows a mindset that believes abilities are genetic and cannot be built. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. What quotes show a growth mindset? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. A growth mindset is found in answers C and D. I can't do this skill now, but I'll keep practicing. Shows a mindset that is willing to overcome a hardship by continually working. Challenges help me become better. Is a mindset that embraces failure as learning opportunities. Athletes with a fixed mindset and athletes with a growth mindset can be identified by verbal language and body language. Athletes with a fixed mindset can't wait for a hard practice to be over, sighs and rolls their eyes when they make a mistake, like missing a shot, and blames others for a mistake or loss. Athletes with a growth mindset look forward to challenging practices and situations as chances to grow. After a missed shot, they hustle back on defense to get the next stop to avoid a mistake snowballing into the next. After a loss, growth mindset athletes look for the mistakes that they can control, learn from them, and do not repeat the same mistakes in the future. A recent study by McNeil et al. Looked at athletes with 4 mindset profiles: high growth, low fixed mindset, low growth, low fixed mindset, low growth, high fixed mindset, and high growth, high fixed mindset. Their research found that athletes with a high growth, low fixed mindset were more likely to participate at high levels of sport performance. Athletes with this mindset used athletic coping strategies to maintain a high growth mindset in difficulties to boost their overall athletic performance. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. Does this scenario show growth or fixed mindset? Pause the video to choose your answer. Then click play to check your answer. This story of Michael Jordan shows a growth mindset. Michael saw this setback as a learning opportunity and continued working hard to improve his basketball skills. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. Does the scenario show growth or fixed mindset? Pause the video to choose your answers, then click play to check your answer. This story of the Wright State women's basketball team shows a fixed mindset. Avoiding challenges in order to produce higher achievement shows an unwillingness to embrace failure as learning opportunities. Use the question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. Does this scenario show growth or fixed mindset? Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. This story of Mia Hamm shows a growth mindset. Embracing mistakes and finding ways to learn from them helps athletes, like Mia, to grow confidence in themselves in high stakes scenarios like a competition. Athletes can use growth mindset visualization as a strategy to avoid a fixed mindset and cultivate a growth mindset. Dweck writes about the strategy of visualization as a growth mindset tool. Visualization includes thinking about something you need to do, something you want to learn, or a problem you need to confront. Athletes can practice changing a fixed mindset to a growth mindset by visualizing a difficulty that could potentially come their way, creating a plan to confront the difficulty, and carrying out the plan. This strategy is often seen when teams conduct a scout plan before a game. Coaches present to their teams with the opponent's roster, gameplay strategies, and ways to combat scenarios during the competition. Athletes can view mistakes as opportunities to learn. Reviewing and analyzing mistakes can help athletes avoid making the same mistake twice. If athletes had a better relationship with making mistakes, they could avoid performance anxieties and use the majority of their working memory to solve problems produced by their errors. Brincino identifies 4 mistake types: stretch mistakes, aha moment mistakes, sloppy mistakes, and high stakes mistakes. While making mistakes is never the goal, athletes have a better chance of learning from their mistakes and not repeating them in the future if they had tools to help them analyze their mistake types. Athletes can set realistic goals and track skill development progress. Checking in frequently with goals and graphing stats over time can help athletes not only to see their own progress, but it can help them compare their achievement to the average achievement of similar type athletes. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. What growth mindset strategy is being used in this situation? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. The team spent time visualizing the opposing team's personnel and how they play. This shows the skill of visualization. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. What growth mindset strategy is being used in the situation above? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. This strategy shows skill development progress. Athletes are talking about their goals and tracking progress while reviewing weekly stats. Seeing progress in an athlete's stats show that specific skills like rebounding, shooting, passing are being developed. Use this question to practice retrieving knowledge you have learned. What growth mindset strategy is being used in this situation? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. This situation shows learning from mistakes. Athletes can use filmed practices and games to rewatch and evaluate their performance. This is a great opportunity for athletes to recognize when a mistake was made, ask questions about what went wrong, and make an adjustment for the mistakes to not be repeated in the future. Athletes will always have difficulties to overcome on the court, field, or course. Their ability to activate a high growth mindset, low fixed mindset, while amidst these athletic difficulties will result in higher sport performance achievement. Athletes can employ strategies like visualization, learning from mistakes, and skill development progress to build a growth mindset. Use the following questions to practice retrieving overall knowledge you have learned about growth mindset in athletics. What are problems that keep athletes from benefiting from a growth mindset? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answer. When athletes struggle to overcome failures or cope with criticism, they operate with a fixed mindset that negatively affects their athletic performance. Use the following question to practice retrieving overall knowledge you have learned about growth mindset in athletics. What mindset combination is found in athletes who are most likely to participate in high levels of sport performance? Select all that apply. Pause the video to choose your answers. Then click play to check your answers. McNeil et al.'s research found that athletes with high growth, low fixed mindsets were more likely to participate at high levels of sport performance. Pause the lesson to reflect and write about how you can apply a growth mindset to an athletic situation. Think of 3 difficult situations that could happen in your sport. Right away, you could approach each of those hardships with a growth mindset. I hope your time learning about the benefits of a growth mindset in athletics can better enhance your experience and success as an athlete.